This program is, I have a new face here. Good. First of all, this program, we are not going to end. If we start late, we will extend it. So you don't have to, you will not leave at 5 or 6, you will leave at 6:30. So primarily, I think, first of all, my apologies, and we want to do this program. We have been thinking for this for a while, and we thought, Parimal Gandhi knows NTTF, so most of you might have seen him doing some program for us, those who have been staying with us for long, and his colleague, and yes, Bhatia, Miss Bhatia, and she stays in Bangalore. And so he would run this program, and this program is meant for all of you, and Arul, including Arul, me, we would leave this place, right? Maybe we come back at the end of the program, and we have chosen a team. Some are some years in NTTF, some are age in NTTF. Okay, so it's a mix. And Parimal Gandhi, I will not talk much about him. He can say a little bit better. But he's a good friend of NTTF, and NTTF knows, he knows NTTF better than I do. So Parimal.
Thank you very much, Mr. Raghuraj. My association with NTTF goes back to 1989, when I first did a program called the 1 Minute Manager for the top management team of NTTF. And then off and on, we've come back here, and we've trained various people. I'm delighted to be here with all of you for a day, and we will be doing a leadership workshop. So, so happy to be here, and thank you, Mr. Raghuraj, for inviting us all once again. My colleague, Dr. Kshama Bhatia, will be also conducting part of the program. So I look forward to her association as well. And let me quickly request all of you to, on your table, plan to introduce each other for a minute, and I'm going to give you 5 minutes to prepare. Okay, so what we want to know is something that is not known about those people, because I know that you know each other. So can you tell us something which is so far a secret? And in the meantime, we will set up here, and we will, I need to take a quick break. So we'll be back in 2 minutes. Thank you. Shama?
Pleasure to be here, and I look forward to interacting with each one of you through the day on a one-on-one session as well, and also assist Parimal while we do this program. Feel free. I come with experience of 35 years in training. Feel free to reach out to me. I have done leadership training in Bangalore for over 10,000 people through NASCOM. So we look forward to a wonderful day with you. Thank you.
Right? That's the first challenge for you. You have to say something.
He's married thrice, right? And he has 2 wives with him today. One passed away. And the second wife, at that time, she was not aware of her husband's third wife. She was not aware. So Manorama, we had an actress, and there was a celebration for Manorama. So Karunanidhi said this openly and said, Manorama is my dear family friend, and he made my life much easier. How? Karunanidhi meets with an accident, and at that time the chief minister was Annadurai, and he brings him to Chennai and says you should take your treatment in Chennai. And All the visitors were there. Manorama was there, and his wife was there. That's Dayala Mal or whatever. And another lady comes into the room also, and she cries a lot looking at her husband and moves away. So that time the second wife is asking Manorama, who is this person who comes and cries? So better you know now that is your husband's another wife. So Karnanidhi said this, I think she made my life easier. I don't know how to tell my wife, but Manorama made it much easier. So since you're talking about second wife and third wives, you can perhaps do this. And I must share with you the program that we had yesterday in Chennai. And you should all give a big hand to Chitra before whatever. Please give her a big hand. And this was such a huge program. Even though only 55 people at the number to NTTF looks less, they all got their diploma and also the letter of employment. And a lot of people were there on the stage. There was a press conference. And then I don't know whether she has brought that special plaque that was given to Chitra. So Chitra was honored in that stage in front of everybody for having done such a marvelous job. So all of you will get, if you do such a job in your career as well. Look forward to that day. Okay. So I hand over everything to them, and the program is for you. How many of you are planned to stay tonight here? Those out from Bengaluru will stay. Outstation people, how many outstation people here? Yeah, you are the only one, huh? Yeah. So all you guys plan to stay. Okay, finished. He has to go because he has a world skill. With great difficulty and fighting with Venu, I brought him here. World skill is affecting us. So you need to stay here. We'll organize some kind of a dinner for all of you, and maybe you can have a better interaction also amongst, not only with you. Intention is to have a better interaction with the team here. Okay? So what time is your flight? So how will you miss your flight? Make him miss the flight.
I am Indranil, and as you know, I just joined you from 4th July onwards. It's been only a few days here. A very good morning to all my colleagues. This gives me an opportunity to wish them. Coming to our assignment, this was my opportunity to know three of my colleagues. Let me introduce one by one. Mr. Ayappan, he is right now in charge of our telechery unit. That, of course, is not the secret. He actually, did his electronics and communication degree from 1989 onwards, and he did it from College of Engineering, Trivandrum. The secret, which people did not know, for me everything was a secret because I'm meeting him for the first time. But secret, I understand from my other colleagues here that 1979 he did his diploma and he was working. That is in principle not known to many of the other people. So about 28 years of working in Keltron, and then 2006 onwards, that's about 10 years, he is working in NTTF. My next colleague, Mr.
I have something interesting to tell you about Keltron. I have done a program there on leadership, and two things stand out. One is that the driver that came to pick me up came in a beautiful ambassador car. It was spick and span and shining, and he opened the door for me, and then I sat down inside, and then I tried to pull the door and he would not let me, and so I said, please listen to this. So I said to him, I said, why are you not letting me shut the door? And he says, because people do it very violently. And in the old ambassador cars, you really had to shut the door. So he says, this car is not like that. I am maintaining it personally, and you can shut it very gently. So every time he would open the door himself and he would shut it himself. He had so much love for his vehicle. I am yet to meet a driver like that. And this is something that happened 20 years ago. Another thing interesting thing that happened is that I was staying at the Keltron guest house, and at some 5:30 or 6 in the morning, the bell rang and it kept ringing. So I thought that nobody else is going to open the door, I'll have to open it. There was nobody else except me in the guest house. I went and opened the door. This guy gives me a bottle of milk. We didn't have pouches then. So he gives me a bottle of milk. I said, what is this for? He says, you want tea? I said, yes. He says, take it and put it in the kitchen. The man will come and make tea for you. So I took personal delivery of the milk in the morning, as I would do at home. So it's quite fascinating. So that's Keltron. Thank you.
He is grown here in NTTF. He passed out from NTTF. Of course, it's been 30 years for him to working in NTTF. The secret, which is apparently not known to many other people here, is a couple of years, 84 to 85, he was in Bangalore working for a Manipal group, offset printing manufacturing company, and he was in Bangalore for 84 to 85. And thereafter, he came to NTTF for 30 years of his long innings here. He's still with us. Thank you.
Fantastic. I recognize you.
Coming to Madam Chitra, she actually passed out in 89, electronics and communication again, in Chennai. She did her BE degree there. She worked in 3 different manufacturing companies before coming to NTTF with a good industrial background, and a couple of them were overseas alignment. One was American, other one was Singaporean company, and you worked for them. 2006, we had the opportunity of having her in NTTF family, and she had been with us till now. And you already heard about the achievement. For me, it was information. I'm so pleased, and again, congratulations on that. Secret. She is extremely disciplined, and she does not use cosmetics. That's about the team.
You know, the law of karma applies to clapping. As much as you give out, you get back. So let's give them a big clap. As you would have gathered, Indranil, at NTTF, the people that start out do most of the work. They've already put you on the job. We come to your team.
Principal of NEC, also a student who studied here. It's a known thing. And I'm also being taught by Mr. Anil Kumar during when I was a student here. So I'll start with Mr. Giridharan. So he is vice principal of the same campus, but what's not known about him is that he's a very keen VAK analyst, visual, auditory and kinesics analyst of people. So he keeps up. So and then coming to Mr. Anand, so we see him running around everywhere, doing a lot of business development, a colleague. What's known about him is that he is actually met Amitabh Bachchan. So probably the only person in this business as a participant in KBC, Kaun Banega Crorepati, in 2000.
So how much did you win? Okay. I see. Oh.
So next coming to my colleague Girisha. So he is our general manager finance. What's not known about him is that he is a prolific guitarist and a singer.
Oh.
Okay, so that's something not many of our colleagues know. And the other thing, not to outdo him, he met boss of Amitabh Bachchan, Jaya Bachchan, in one of the ministers. So that is the other thing that was secret about him.
Jaya chose to meet him because he has the finance. Kuber Bhagwan.
She was heading one of a committee because his background is from a textile
I see.
industry. So she was heading some textile committee. So he still doesn't know why she was there. She was there.
Wonderful, wonderful. And your secret would be?
My secret was that I was, the big secret which I proudly say, I was part of Narendra Modi's social media team during his Gujarat election, the last election before he became the Prime Minister. So I was the southern region coordinator for the entire social media team.
Wow.
And also for his 2014 campaign.
Fantastic.
So that was something that, it was not good to tell because we are a very secular organization. And the brand, visually, people have a different perception. So that is something which should not be brought to work.
It's a task.
Yes, that's how I approached.
Whether it is Narendra Modi or NTTF.
Yeah, that is how because 2
one
years I
project.
taken a sabbatical from all the work. And the other thing is that I also hold after my studies here, which I have never used anywhere, even for my employment, is a 3-year degree that I hold from IIT Bombay, which is sponsored by Crompton Greaves, which was my first job in industrial automation robotics. I still proudly hold only my NTTF certificate for all my employments for 28 years.
Wow.
Okay, I am in NTTF for the past 3 years.
Fantastic. That's great pride.
Class program I have attended. You must be knowing about me.
Yes.
I just start introducing Mr. Mahidhar. He is at present is the principal of Gannavaram Training Center. This thing is he has completed his M.Tech. Most of the people may not knowing about this. Recently, last 2 years back. And he is not that much of expressive. Even all other people also know about Mahidhar is he will not speak much. But he does work without any problem. And he is also interested in helping his children. Like his daughter is doing a B.Tech. He most of the time whenever he get after working hours, he sits with her and solve his doubts and other things. Otherwise, I didn't get much of secret from him. Then next, tell me. No, I don't know. Oh, that yeah, correct. He didn't share with me. Correct. Yeah. It's a captain. But you didn't share with me that actually. Oh, that is what. Then next is Mr. Jagdish. At present, he sits in Tumkur. It's a satellite center of electronic, NEC, NTTF Electronic City Center. It's a small unit. There are around 60 students are there. He takes care of that center. He is also a product of that Siddhaganga Institute of Technology. He did his engineering from that college. And he is also not much of talkative. He is very silent. And he is not interested in driving. Usually he won't like and he will not do that.
Driving.
Driving. Then otherwise they are not open. Otherwise nothing else he has given. Not good in driving and not much expressive. And he wants to do his PhD and he is planning from long time. He could not pursue it still. Then next is Mr. Muthuramalingam. He is also coming under my zonal this thing. I am a zonal leader of Vellore Training Center. He is the principal of that center. And Coimbatore, sorry sir. Vellore is also under my zone, but he is Coimbatore. He was in Vellore before. I know him that time onwards is Vellore. Now he has moved to Coimbatore from last 3-4 years. And his secret is he is not visiting the temple any time. Accidentally somebody takes him, he will go. Otherwise intentionally, wife, yeah. Only wife, when she forcibly take him, he will go to the temple. Otherwise, he is not.
So your wife thinks that you need religion.
And he's a good cook, and he's with
He's a good
NTT.
cook.
Yeah, that is what he claimed.